got it, baby. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Bueno, pues, can I say this? We are officially filming for the Background Noise podcast, and we have a very special guest today. But before any of that, we're going to go ahead and roll the very new intro to the background. Oh, I'm over here looking at my water bottle as the camera. It's not. It's over here. So we are filming a special podcast. And we're going to go ahead with the intro, and then we're going to get to know our guest today. Super excited for this one. So let's roll the credits.
You're listening to Background Noise.
Background Noise?
Yeah, Background Noise.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Background Noise podcast. I am so thrilled to be bringing you guys this episode. I feel a little nervous. I got the little jitters right here. My guest is Houston's very best realtor. If you guys are looking for anything, well, we'll get into that. You know what? Let me, without further ado, introduce Frania Lepe to the Background Noise podcast. Welcome, Frania. Right? I got a little hello.
What an introduction. Hello.
Okay, let me just say that this podcast was kind of like, it was difficult to get started right now. I mean, dude, we were literally just going through the waves right now, right?
We had challenges we had to overcome.
Yeah, but you know what? It's all part of starting this thing, this movement, this podcast, and I'm excited to have you here. But yeah, dude, how are you doing, mama? How you doing? How's I don't know whether to call you like Frania. Do I call you like, you know what I mean, baby? Do I call you like, you know what I mean? Like, am I supposed to be a little bit more official? You know what I mean? I have no idea.
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, do I call you baby? Do I say my man? Do I say Steven? I don't know what to say. So I think whatever we're saying or whatever we're talking about, whatever natural thing comes out, I think that's what's gonna be.
That's cool. You know what? Honestly, like one thing that I will say, and I know that I've told you a bunch, but I definitely want to say it on video to keep it like on record, is that it was important to me that you were my very first guest. You know, you have been ultra supportive for all the little endeavors that I've been about, whether it's like trying to do YouTube videos or streaming, you know, any and all of these things that I'm doing. And you've like believed in me so much, and I'm so grateful for you. So my very first guest, everybody, let me get my little, you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, you know what? Check it out. One thing, let me say this real quick too. I am like switching. Oh, why did I think it was paused? But yeah, I'm switching. So like if I like get distracted with like switching my little camera angles, that's what my hand over here is doing. But anyways, getting back to it, it was very important to me that you were my very first episode on this podcast because of your support. And one thing that I will say is like, apart from you supporting my endeavors when it comes to like just me, my own little thing here, like even when it comes to like my art and my like that kind of part about me, that side of me, you've been so supportive in that as well. So like, for example, on my wall, like that over there, that photo of Houston, you guys can hardly see it. I still have it wrapped up because it's to me so precious that I just feel like I can't even open it up yet. But you made that possible. And then outside of that, there's this hat that you've made for me.
Super excited.
That I'm so grateful for. Here, let me get this hat right here. Like you making this for me, all of those things for me. Like honestly, you've been such a blessing to my life, and I wanted to say that here on the podcast to immortalize these words. But like, what you got going on? What's up? What is Frania up to today?
One, I want to say, of course, with the supporting. I mean, I believe in you heavy. I believe in what you do and what you create, and I believe that everyone has to see your work. You know, like I see it every day. I see you working, and I see you editing and having all these plans. So supporting you is so easy because it gets to go even further than just my eyes. So of course, always.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate you for that.
Of course, baby. I believe in you. Two. What do I got going
yeah,
on?
what is a day in the life look like for Frania? Because I mean, we all see your real estate posts. You're like popping when it comes to that.
Thank you.
Like, how do you decide what it is you're gonna post? What is it like? What goes into your mindset? Like when you're about to like throw out a post for your real estate page?
So thank you for that. I'm definitely wanting to get better at my posting on my social media. And how do I choose what I post? I kind of take like ideas from what I do on my personal Instagram. I have a personal Instagram, which is I just snap anything and everything that I like. and I would just go at the end of the day and just see what I liked, and then okay, I'm gonna post this. This is more a story. This is more like an official post. So when it comes to my real estate, I am kind of always thinking about real estate
Mm-hmm.
at all times. I'm just walking, waking, breathing, eating real estate. So if I see a beautiful home, I'm like, that would be a great story. So I take a picture. Or this is a video. This is going to be in the future, like a dump or something. So I kind of just go about seeing the world always in like a capturable moment.
You know what? Do you feel like you have a cool aesthetic online? And let me, before you even answer that, I'm actually asking because like for me, I remember before I even knew who you were, like or like knew you obviously before you were like my girl and all that stuff. Like I would look at your posts and I'd think like, oh my gosh, I don't have that kind of aesthetic. It's kind of like those photo dumps of like random little pictures, but they all kind of like make sense and they're all cute and cool and stuff like that. Like where does that come from? Do you like is it just natural? Because like honestly, like I mean, I see that and I'm like, I don't. For me, online my aesthetic is like I don't know. It feels like a little bit more like calculated and stuff. But yours looks legit. I've always said it. Like, dude, your online aesthetic is so prime. Like it's pristine.
Thank you. That's the biggest compliment ever. I believe in tooting your horn. I believe in believing in yourself
Period.
and liking and being able to say, yeah, I have a good aesthetic or
Let's
agreeing to it.
go.
So I think I do agree in believing that I do have a good aesthetic. I grew up with Tumblr and Pinterest.
Okay. So you
So
actually use those apps though?
yeah, I would use them. I probably wouldn't post because I was too young to post. And I would be scared of posting on social media. Crazy. I would be scared of posting on social media. So I wouldn't post on Tumblr. I would just be on it and just scroll and get a hashtag that I would like and just look it up and see the feel of that hashtag, the feel of that word, of a color, something. So I want to believe that now it's just natural. It's just I see something and I can find the aesthetic of it. I think everything has an aesthetic, and it is art at the end of the day. So people are gonna see it a different way than I see it. But as long as I like it, it's gonna go into the world, and I'm gonna find the people that like it. So thank you for being one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So obviously you do real estate,
Yes, I
right?
do.
And it's funny because like as I'm talking and asking you these questions, there's a lot of things that like I feel like I know somewhat of like what you're gonna answer just because I mean obviously we talk a lot about everything.
Yes.
Hello, we're together. Um, but like whenever I think about you, right, I want to ask questions based on like people don't know
Yeah.
what these answers are for you. You know what I mean? So like when it comes to real estate, what part of real estate gives you that satisfaction? Like you know what I mean? What about it gives you that feeling of like, man, this is cool. I like doing this. You know what I mean? What is it about real estate that gives you that?
I want to say there's a few things. But some of the most important ones would be helping someone that doesn't know something. I believe that if you know knowledge, you are so blessed to share it, and not to just share it, but share it in a comfortable way of someone that doesn't know it, because there is a way to share knowledge and make someone feel less, or but what is it, belittle them
Belittle, yeah, yeah,
belittle them.
absolutely.
Like, you didn't know that? So
I
I
see.
try to be the opposite of that. Of
That's
like,
awesome.
you don't know that? It's okay. You don't have to know it. So that's a little bit how I see real estate. Not everyone knows the little, like the deeps of real estate. Someone just thinks, I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna spend this huge amount of money on this big house and I'm gonna be living in it. But do you know the few words that you're gonna see in a contract and you're gonna be like, what is that? And it's like, I want you to feel comfortable to tell me I don't understand what this contract is.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna be so glad to explain absolutely everything about it in two languages also. So
Period. Okay, she's a bilingual queen over here.
and two
What?
languages, of course.
I love that, baby. Come on.
So even that, being able to help people in two languages, knowing that I have that ability and that blessing to just give to people, I think that's one of them. And just being able to solve any problems of, I'm getting evicted, I don't know what to do. It's okay. You came to the right place.
Man, have you encountered that? Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, I did. I had a client of mine telling me, Franny, we're getting evicted. I don't know what to do. Can you find us a home in
Sheesh.
less than a week, in less than like 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And I was like, oh my God. Of course, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. Spoiler alert, I did it.
Period. Come on now. Hey. If you guys are looking for, hey, hold on. We have a little ad read. It's not coming now. It's not coming out. But anyways, let me not get distracted. Hey, period. 2 languages, bilingual. Houston's best realtor. Let's go. Sorry to like
No,
totally
it's
interrupt your
okay.
thing.
But yeah, I think that would be some. I think there's more, but I think that those are one of the most important ones.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
For you.
Okay.
So, when Frania Lepe has a day off, has all the responsibilities taken care of, you've already, done the laundry, you've already done the grocery shopping, you did all the other things you got to do. You got a completely free day. How would you choose to spend that day? Like, what do you love to do outside of work? You're not working. You've already taken care of your clients. You've already done all the things you got to do. What are you doing? What time are you know what I mean? What time are you waking up? What are you doing for the day?
Man. So I want to say, man, I feel like it would depend what I just went through.
Okay.
Like if it was a hard week, I'm going to wake up late. I'm going to get my sleep in.
Okay.
If it's like it's been a light work day and I'm feeling motivated and I want to feel motivated with personal things, I'm probably going to get up a little early.
Okay.
I'm going to wake up a little early, get some things done. I know you said not laundry, so maybe not get things done. But I think the main thing would be in either scenario, just take my time with things. I like to take my time eating, cooking, being intentional in what I do, doing my makeup slowly. I feel like being in anything, any career, but real estate as well, there's a lot of rushing, a lot of like up and down of like, I need to see a house. Okay, let's go. So on a day off, it would be just taking my time. Just do the things at whatever time I want to do them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, what are those things? You know what I mean? Like, how would you like to pass your time?
How would I like to pass my time? I like to spend time with friends, with family.
Cute.
I like to take dance classes, so I would probably go take a dance class. Maybe go on a walk.
Is there a specific type of dance that you like, that you prefer?
That I prefer dancing? Yes, it would probably be hip hop as a class. Like if I need to go take a class, I'm gonna learn hip hop. But if it's
Okay. Over like the salsa,
yeah,
merengue,
I've
which
never
honestly,
taken a salsa or merengue class, which I would love to do. I don't know, it just seems fun. I like the music, but I've only taken like contemporary and hip hop classes. But if it would be up to me, like I'm like freestyling or it's like I'm in my own like room, nobody's watching, it's just me and music and feelings, probably like a little lyrical. Tell my dancers, you know what I mean. A little lyrical, feel the music, let your body speak with the music, or some Afro beats. I
okay,
love me some Afro beats. It's probably my favorite type of music to dance to.
really,
I feel the most like free and happy. I mean, Afro beats itself, the beat just makes you feel happy. I mean, or at least it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel upbeat.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Is there like specific artists that you prefer when it comes to Afrobeats? Because one thing about me is that like weirdly enough, and those of you that like have followed me throughout like my journey in life know that like I've been heavy in music before. Like I mean, I played the trumpet for so many years, and I talked about that in the first episode of the pod. Um, but weirdly enough, I have not listened to too much music. Like not as much music as you would think. Like, and I don't know if that's like for every musician. I don't think that's every musician's experience, but that's mine. Um, but anyways, so like I don't know like artists and stuff like that. Like, is it when you talk about how you like Afro beats, is there like a specific artist that you have in mind, or is it just like in general like the genre is cool for you?
I would say just in general. I'm as much as I do love music and dance, I'm so bad with names of artists. So
Nuh-uh.
I am like I could tell you the mainstream artists that I like just because everyone likes them and I hear them at all times. But I hear a lot of, or I used to listen to a lot of underground music and little artists that just popped over there and then over there. So I don't listen to them or I don't talk about them a lot. So my memory with artists or names of artists is bad. So I would probably say just in general, like I could just look up Afrobeats and just find something I like, oh, okay.
Okay, important question here. The people want to know the answer
Okay.
to this question. Hey, what?
Woo!
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
Pause.
Wait a minute. Hey, we're gonna have to take. Hold on. We're not doing the ad break just yet because it's still too
Right
early in
before
the
the
video.
question.
But hold on. Is this happening to me right now? Okay, you're here.
It's
Okay, I'm here.
yours.
Okay, 1 second. Let's. Hey, this is a raw podcast. Whatever happens is whatever happens in the video. I don't feel weird about this at all. So let me go ahead and like make sure my camera's on, bro. What are we talking
What's
about?
wrong? I'm gonna take a little water break.
A little water break. Are we on, bro? Okay, that should be enough. Hold on. Okay, we got my camera back. Let's go, chat. Hey, bruh, it's literally going in and out. That's totally fine. But you know
Wow.
what? No more solo shot of me. That's totally fine for this video.
No.
I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. Okay.
Important question.
Yes, I almost lost my train of thought, and I was like literally sitting here thinking,
I got you. I
like,
got
what was I just saying? Apple Music
Oh,
or Spotify,
you better get me in trouble.
and why?
And I used to say that sentence with the other party, but I have transitioned. I am a new woman. I have changed from Spotify to Apple Music. I have made the switch. I have been with Spotify since
Since the dawn of time.
a long time, probably 2014, 13. And then I made my change to Apple Music.
How do you like it? Do you feel like? Do you hear a difference actually? Like,
I do hear, I hear
Nuh-uh,
different. I
because-
hear a huge difference.
nah, better or worse
Better.
on Apple Music. it's
On
better.
Apple Music. Yeah. I
Nuh-uh.
got my brother to also make the switch, and we talk about, oh my god, I'm so happy I moved to Apple Music, and he's like, dude, there's so many songs that I'm listening to, and I'm like, is it that song that I used to listen to? And I'm like, me too. So it's like I hear the music that I used to hear 10 years ago, and I'm like, whoa, I never noticed that beat. I never noticed that little chime that was in there because I am very detailed into music or like into the songs. So a little chime, a little drum, a little double drum over there. I want to hear those things.
I love it.
So I feel like I can hear them more on Apple Music than I ever did on Spotify. So yeah, it's a different app. I do miss features that I used to get on Spotify, like what is it called? Man, weekly something. I used to get a new playlist.
Weekly recap or something
Yeah,
like that.
I used to get a weekly playlist from them, so I would find new music through there. So Apple Music is a little harder to browse and find new music, but audibly, I do enjoy it better.
I have another. I mean, I have a ton of questions, honestly.
Please ask away.
So, like, I'm naturally like just a curious person. So, like, I love asking questions, and like, you know, if there's ever a question you don't want to answer, obviously you can just like let me know that. Obviously, you know, I don't think that'll happen, but if in case it does, you know, feel free to let me know. So I notice that you have a lot of jewelry on. When did that start? Right? Because would
That's a great
you
question.
would you say that that's like a trait that defines you? Like that's part of like who you are, right? Like
Yeah.
it's very like Frania always has jewelry on, and like what I mean by jewelry, I don't know if you want to show the camera. You don't got to here. Let's go to your shot. Yeah, look at that. Rings. I mean, every finger full. Bracelets. Excuse me. Earrings. The whole thing.
Anklet.
So like, where did that start? Like, is that like just cause? Is there a deeper meaning to it? And it's totally fine if there's not a deeper meaning, to be honest with you, right? But is there like, where did that start? What's that about?
I think okay, so it started. I think it started like in high school. Like I got my first ring, and I was like, I kind of like how metal looks on me. And then my jewelry, like my rings, pair a lot with my piercings. So I have a bunch of piercings. I think I have 8 piercings. I could have more.
Wait,
11. I don't know.
8 piercings, including like the 2 nose rings
One,
type deal.
two, yeah. 1, 2,
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, 7. So my piercings go with my jewelry. So I got my first ring in high school, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that. And then I would pair it with the bracelet, and I started getting more into jewelry because my mom would say, you're just like your grandma. I'd be like, what you mean, Ma? I'm
Nuh-uh.
like, what you mean, Ma? And she's like, your grandma could never leave without earrings. Could never leave without her bracelets. So I feel like subconsciously, like I never told myself, I want to be like my grandma. I never want to leave the house without a piece of jewelry. I don't think I ever told myself that, but I think very subconsciously, I was like, I kind of want to be like that. So it just started accumulating. Little by little, I started getting into like bigger, chunkier rings. I had an era. I had an era.
What you mean?
Huge. Like people could call it an emo
You had an emo
phase.
era?
I had an emo phase.
Okay, how deep were you?
It wasn't that deep. It
No?
wasn't that deep. No, I don't think it was that deep. Like I feel like an emo phase could get super, super deep to the point like you bring it into like adulthood and becomes part of you. So that's more, I think that's besides the phase. I think I had a phase. It never became my character, which is why I say like a literal emo phase.
I wonder if everyone had an emo phase.
I have a
Because-
theory that everyone did.
Really?
I have a theory that everyone like very, very, very low key did in whatever way that looked like. Like if you grew up with, huge example, jazz music, but you're the one that likes rock music. That's the emo phase in that person.
Okay.
So not necessarily like
I
bang
see.
and like
oh my god,
dark
how cute is that?
and like, no, I don't think a lot of people could have that, but I think you could have like that different, like that is, it could be like he's in his emo phase, but it's not really.
Okay. I feel like I think I know my emo phase.
Okay.
When I was in middle school, definitely middle school, that's when I started to skateboard.
Okay.
And like I don't know that it was emo, but if it was ever gonna be the closest to emo, it was that moment there. I mean, I'm talking about listening to like Green Day, although Green Day is not too hardcore about that. But I was listening to like Slipknot or like what was the other one? Atreyu. I don't know if you heard those bands.
I have not.
My Chemical Romance. I mean,
Okay, I
it
know
was
My
like
Chemical Romance.
or Avenged Sevenfold. Seize the day, don't regret no time. I'm in middle school, bro, thinking like my life is a movie right now.
Yeah.
Like, why does this happen to me, dude? Like, what are we
Look
talking
out the window when it's raining. Like, why me?
Yeah, like I definitely had that little moment.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool because like I would prior to literally this conversation and this moment right now, I'd have been like, I don't think I ever had an emo phase. But you just said like if you only ever listen to jazz music and then all of a sudden you're listening to like a little bit more like mellow music, that might be your version of your emo phase. So you had an emo phase.
Yeah, so my phase was not like jazz and rock. I was listening to like screamo music, like Bring Me the Horizon,
Screamo?
a little bit of screamo.
Nuh-uh. Like
A
actually
little
like,
bit. Yeah, a little bit because I was not able to get fully into it. I remember thinking like, if I'm in this emo stage, I need to like screamo music. Like,
Nuh-uh. Wait,
Yeah.
no, hold on. You were thinking that?
I would think that.
So
I
you
would
were
think
like, hey, this is my phase. Like, what's my type of music right now?
Yeah, like I would see
Wow.
people that were like deeper into their emo phase and would be like blocking their eye, like spiked bracelets and spiked earrings. And I'd be like, oh, I'm definitely not at their stage. So I would be thinking like music wise, okay, people listen to screamo music. I'm supposedly in this like black emo phase, but I never got into it. Like I would listen to some, but it never got to a point where I'm like, because it's a little too loud for me.
So literally the volume is what kept you from it?
The way of like the volume, not able to understand because you're screaming it. So you really can't hear the articulations of what they're saying. It's kind of like opera. I've told you before. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm so sorry that I'm going to say this.
Uh-oh, we coming at the opera
Controversial.
community right now?
Respect to the opera singers out there.
Respect to the opera singers,
Respect.
of course.
I
We love that.
y'all. You guys are talented. Very talented. But for me, it's like, I don't know what you're saying, babes. I don't know what you're saying.
You said, baby, I don't know what you're saying
Like,
over there.
lovely. I can see you bringing it in with your vocals. I just don't know what you're saying. Yes.
Wait, so you say that because you found that similar...
So I
Then-
I can match it right now. I think, but that wasn't like a match back then. This is like an example that I can bring it to life now. Opera and screamo music. I don't know what you guys are saying. Like I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
That's honestly what I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
ask you next. Like, for me, whenever I was in that phase, I feel like in general, I think it's never been about like what they're saying necessarily. I like melody because I play the trumpet, and trumpet's all about melody. It's all about the hum, the rhythm of whatever. I can't even think of a melody right now because like we're recording a podcast and it's on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But like I can't think of like a melody right now. But I listen to music a little bit less for the lyrics. To be honest, I've been pretty bad about like paying attention to lyrics, and I think that's important to like to be aware of. Yeah. Um, but like anytime I've like the one song, bro, and it's like literally been in my head this entire time. As soon as we started talking about emo music, is from My Chemical Romance, and the song is Helena. Things are better if I stay so
You showed
long,
it
or
to
something like
me.
that. And good night. It just sounded so cool to me. To so long and good night. And I'll be thinking like better whatever. Like I don't. It's always ever been about like the sound, like the way the notes like move and jump around and stuff like that. So it's never been about because there were some songs. It's never been about the lyrics. Because there was this I mentioned the band Atreyu. There was, I think that's the name of the band. There was like one song that had like a really cool guitar line to it. Um, and even a couple of songs from Avenged Sevenfold. There wasn't too many that I listened to from them, but it's always been about the instrumentation that I just happened to be about at that time. And like what made me feel that I was like in my emo phase wasn't because of how I was like acting or being or whatever. It was just the fact that like I'm happy I happen to be enjoying this type of melody at this moment in time. And the band just happens to be real like dark or emo or like whatever. Yeah.
I see.
That's that little piece there.
Wow. No, and I could agree with that because for the longest, I could care less about lyrics. I think I started caring about lyrics when I met you.
Nuh-uh.
And you would like very passively tell me, what did they say? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea what they said. You're like, you don't, you don't know what they said? I'm like, no. And you'd be like, I don't know. I would try to see what they're saying. And I'd be like, oh, you're right. Like, what if they're saying some weird stuff? And I'm over here like,
Oh, I'm
and it's
crying.
like subconsciously putting something else. I don't know. So ever since you told me that, if I'm like vibing to a song, even now, like an older song, because all of my music transferred. Thank you, Apple Music.
Let's go.
Woo! From
Let's
like
go.
high school. So music that I again did not care for the lyrics. I would hear it and I'm like, oh, I cannot have this in my playlist. Talking like bad, dark stuff. And I'm there like, whoa, I had to take this off. And I have been deleting music that I used to listen to just because the lyrics get a little too dark for me. hmm
No way.
Yeah. So I can agree with the whole lyrical, and I'm getting better.
Yeah, no, and honestly, for those of obviously like you guys are hearing this for the first time, I mean, I think I am very huge on the power of music and what music can do. I think music does influence a person,
hmm
just like anything else does. Just like the things that everyone's viewing on social media, like the things that we're consuming influence us heavily.
Yeah.
And I became very aware of that. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm so blanking on the song. I've been trying to remember since you brought this up. There's a song by Demi Lovato, um, and it's so catchy. And
Heart
like
attack?
Heart
No, that's
Attack,
a little too far back. Oh,
it might be because it is far back. I remember because this happened when I lived in Bakersfield, and like early on in there. And I remember Jessica listening to a song. Jessica, my little sister, listening to a song by Demi Lovato, and like I again, I'm blanking. I'm not gonna try to remember it right now. But if there was like it might be that song that you just mentioned right
I
now.
don't think so. I feel like you might be talking about another one, but I suddenly can't remember a single song from her.
But there was a song, and long story short, do you know who the artist is and what the song is? I don't
Sorry,
know.
Demi.
But the point is, I remember. I know. So we're over there
Love you,
like
girl.
we're throwing shade, nasty. Probably not even her, huh? No, I'm kidding. She's like, "What I do, damn it," you know. No, but there was a song that I remember hearing Jessica listening to, and it was saying something about like it was like degrading oneself, like, oh my gosh, I'm just like a sucker or like whatever. I don't know what it was like, and like run over me or I don't know. Like it was so like degrading. I felt like I remember telling Jessica like, hey, like, do you like that song, right? Like, yeah, that's cool and all. Like, do you know what it's saying? Like, how are you literally like repeating this over and over, and you're just like happily like saying these things, and it's so bad. That's horrible. And because I do feel like it matters the things that you consume. It it matters. It just matters the things that you say and things that you like tell your mind. And so yeah, I've always been so conscious about lyrics, and I think that what started that in me was the fact that like growing up in church and being like only ever in church, being part of the worship band, and like feeling the impact and seeing the impact that we had whenever we'd visit a church or we'd do our own church service, and we would play a song and we would hear people tell us their testimonies and how like, whoa, like I was listening to. No, I'm kidding. Let me try to sell a dramatic moment right now. No, I'm kidding. But like we would go and like visit places, and people would tell us like, "Oh my God, like I heard this song and I was listening to this song, and like, man, like God spoke to me. Like I was able to feel it moved me in my heart." I'm thinking like, if that's possible for the good, it's possible for the bad. Like I'm such a believer in like two sides of one coin. Like if there it is potential for good, there then that means there has to be potential for bad. And so like I remember being like honestly like sheltering myself, like limiting myself. Like my parents didn't have to tell me anything like, oh, don't listen to this or that, or don't do this or don't do that. Like I just kind of like took it upon myself to like, I see the impact this has positively. Like so I would have intentionally not listened to like other types of music because I'm like, dude, I don't want to like brainwash my mind subconsciously on this thing type of thing. You know what
It's
I
all
mean?
subconscious. That's the scary part.
She sure.
Yeah, no. And it sucks low key for me because like there's a lot of songs that I'm like, oh my God, I used to listen to this at like 7 in the morning going to high school.
For real?
Yes.
Nuh-uh. But like,
So
okay, because
bad.
okay, like with that all said, I do think like as long as you're aware of that truth,
But I wasn't aware.
so but even still now, it's still like I'd rather not.
For me, it's like I'd rather not because I hear it and I'm like, oh, like it rubs me the wrong way now. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear that in my ears. I don't want someone to be telling me that. Tell me.
No, I'm just messing around. I'm just going.
For me,
Here's your
that face
thought.
is like, I got another question for
No,
you.
no, 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 no. Go for it. Go for it.
So yeah, a lot of artists, and I'm like, "Ah, you just had to work like that."
All right. This is a burning question. Being that you love music, right? I think we've established that
Ay,
point
ay,
that you're a
ay.
music lover. If you could only listen to three artists, three, count them, three for the rest of your life, what are those three artists? I know I put you on the spot, but you have to. Rapid fire. Boom. What's it going to be?
Billie Eilish,
Period.
Michael Jackson,
Whoa.
Michael
Okay.
Jackson,
And the third?
Nestor Lepe.
Oh, you went crazy with that one.
For those that don't know that, that's my dad.
He has such a wonderful like sound on the guitar.
Yep.
It's very like authentic, and it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very like cultural.
Yeah.
I love hearing him play.
Me too. So for the rest of my life, I see. I got my little pop girly, like, hey. I got Michael Jackson, a little bit of throwback, and I got my pops. Ooh, I'm good. I'm set.
Okay. And like obviously we're huge Billie Eilish fans.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Would you say she's your favorite artist?
I don't know if I have one. I would probably say so just because of everything that I know about her, how many songs I know, how many times we've gone to concerts. So like that, yes. But whenever I get asked, who's your favorite artist? I don't know. I feel like I equally like them in ways. Like there's things of Michael Jackson, some songs that I'm like, my cup of tea, making him technically not my favorite artist. Same as Billy. There's some things that I'm like, I don't know, not my favorite song, but I like her. So it's like I don't know, but because of all the aspects of how it looks, probably.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I feel like I'm semi surprised at that answer. I thought you would have said yeah, but that's cool.
Yeah,
That is very cool.
I would say yeah, maybe.
Wow. All right, real quick, y'all. we're gonna go to a very much needed ad break, right? So feel free to continue listening. We'll be right back with Frania, but in the meantime, enjoy these, fellas. Whoa, hold on. Let me bring it
He
back
said, "Let me
real
show you
quick.
everything." Actually,
Hold on, bring it back real quick. Y'all, I sent y'all over there to the wrong side. I'm controlling it. Hold on, wait. Let's see where the ads at. Hold on, let me see. Ad should be starting. Damn, I messed up again. Hold on. Ad should be starting now. Fellas, let's talk real estate for a second, because if you're thinking about buying a home or an investment property, you need somebody who actually has your back, not someone who's just trying to make a sale, someone who keeps you protected throughout the entire process. And that's exactly why you should work with Frania Lepe. She's a Houston realtor who takes your security seriously, financially, and legally. She makes sure you understand every step, every number, and every piece of paperwork so you never feel lost or taken advantage of. She's big on transparency. She'll tell you what's a good deal and what's not, and what traps you should avoid. And whether you're more comfortable in English or Spanish, she's fully bilingual, so nothing gets lost in translation. No surprises, no hidden terms. Whether you're buying your first place or upgrading to something bigger, Franny makes sure that you move confidently and safely. She keeps the process smooth, clear, locked in from start to finish. So if you want a realtor who treats your money and your future with the same care she'd give her own, contact Frania Lepe. Her is at Real Estate with Frania on all platforms. That's at Real Estate with Frania on all platforms. Secure the right place with someone who's really in your corner. Let's go. Listen up for a second. If you're planning to tie the knot, whether it's a big wedding, something low key, or even last minute, let's just do this, you need an officiant who keeps the ceremony smooth, personal, and actually enjoyable. That's where Manny Matrimony comes in. He's a professional marriage officiant based right here in Houston, and he brings that perfect balance of personality and professionalism. No awkward scripts, no boring energy. He works with you to build a ceremony that feels like you. And here's the best part nobody tells you. A great officiant is the difference between a ceremony that feels stiff and one that feels meaningful and fun. And that's what makes it unforgettable for everyone. He handles everything from personalized vows to making sure your paperwork is squared away. And if you need him outside of Houston, he can travel too, just a small additional fee. So if you're ready to secure your wedding day and lock in someone who will make the moment count, hit him up at 661-800-8654. That's 661-800-8654. Don't wait until the last minute. Dates fill up fast. If you're watching this video and you're looking to advertise your brand, hit up seventhaura online at gmail.com so that we can get your brand out there to the masses. With this platform, your brand will reach hundreds of thousands and even millions of people. So reach out, seventhaura online at gmail.com to get your brand out there. Let's go. Okay, we're back. I think I might have cut it off a little too early. Let's just see real quick if my camera's working, and it is.
And I got an
Let's
applause.
go. Okay, so
Jumping
we've
in
been
chat?
talking to Frania Lepe. Thank you for coming on the podcast, by the way.
Of course.
We were just talking about it right on the little ad break. Like, I'm like, I wonder how we're doing. I don't know how we're doing. Like, this is so new to me. Like, I think I'm a curious person. I feel like I'm pretty decent. Like, I'm a decent conversationalist. I don't even know if that's a word, but let me make that up real quick. And obviously we're going to be having Frania on in future episodes because she is my lovely supporter, my girlfriend, my beauty. But yeah, like, so if we ever miss anything, there's going to be huge opportunities for us to like talk about it at any other moment in time. So there's definitely that. But a couple of questions. There's one question that stood out to me the most out of any of the others from one of our lovely viewers.
Okay.
And this question is, it is, I love this. If your life were a book, what would this current chapter be called?
Got me there. What would this current chapter look like?
Yeah, what would it be? What would it be called? I
I have like two, yes.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, let's hear it. If you have to,
So
bonus.
one came to mind, which I don't like. I don't like it being the name of the chapter, but this is what came to mind.
What do you mean? You don't like it being the name of the? Okay. Okay.
It came to mind, you know, like I have to say what comes to my
Say
mind
what comes to mind. I love that.
because
I
the
love
second one kind of passed me in the back for saying this.
Okay.
Number
let's hear
one would be locking in.
it. Okay, locking in.
Just locking in. Like, what do you mean? Like, read the chapter and you'll find out. Logging in. The second one that came to mind is trusting myself.
Wow.
Trusting myself, whatever comes to mind. Like me saying, this is the first thing that came to mind. Trust yourself. That is the first thing that came into your mind. Say it. Say it. More of like saying what's in my mind, doing what's in my mind. We've both been in this journey of locking in and being doers. And that goes with trusting ourselves. You can't do something if you're not 100% sure or 80% sure of what you're going to do.
I love that.
So yeah, I also don't read a lot of books, so I don't know what kind of titles they have. So I don't know if they're more like poetic and nice, but that's what came to mind.
Locking in. I love that though, because we're very much in a moment right now where we are locked in, bro.
Yeah.
And we talk about it a lot. And I say this a lot where like, if we were in a movie right now, this would be like a highlight montage.
Yeah.
Because for successful people, what we're currently doing is a highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's like the, oh, dude, freak yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And for people that don't understand it, or I don't know, like people that are not necessarily like in the type of grind that we're in right now, it might not look that way. It looks different. It's just like, you know, that's why your things are saying trust yourself. Like your titles are trust yourself and like lock in. But I sincerely believe that for successful people, if they were watching us, they'd be like, freak yes, dude. Freak yes. Now, like, to explain to people that are watching this, what that means for us is I feel like you and I have both have had a shared like mentality about what we want to do for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Where we have both worked in a system and we're so grateful for the system that is there and that needs to be there and we need that, but it's just not for us. It's not. Like for various different reasons why we got to this place. I mean, dude, we can go on and on about like why we got to this place, but the point is like, man, if I'm going to have to wake up early and wake up early and, you know, be on time for something and be punctual and do all these like tasks in a day for someone else, like, nah, dude, like I'd rather do that for me. Right. And I think that is something that you and I have both shared, that same type of sentiment where it's like, man, dude, like the system is great, but nah, dude, like I'd rather do this for myself. And I think that you and I both have had like a moment where that became really real to us. I remember when I shot, not my first wedding, but like there was a wedding that I shot because I do production. I mean, apart from doing like the podcast and all these other things, like I do production. I mean, oh yeah, I do production. Sorry, I got the train of thought. And I remember making in one day, and if we were to really count it, let's just say like 6 hours, 10 hours with editing and like all the other stuff that like apart from the day of that go into like a production. 10 hours, I made the same amount that I would make if I were working 2 weeks in the system. And that for me was such a like, whoa. And I think that you and I have both bonded over that like simple truth. Has that always been something that you've had, or did you? Because for me, I have lived my life so passively in the beginning of it, right? So for me, it was like a new revelation. But you've had your parents that have been so successful having their own enterprise outside of the system. Like they've created their own system for themselves and it's been successful. It's been enough to sustain themselves, their family, like the whole thing, right? So like, has that always been instilled in you? Or where did that come in you? Where did the entrepreneurial mindset develop for you?
That's a great question because I can't pinpoint a time, like a turnaround time that I was like, I'm gonna own my own business and I'm gonna be a businesswoman. I don't have that. At least I don't think I do. I grew up seeing, I would say like 14 years of my life was seeing my parents work for the system. My mom would work for the system. She would take care of older people. She would be not a maid of honor. I was gonna say maid of honor. What are the people that clean your homes? Okay, that she would clean
like a
the
housekeeper.
A housekeeper. There you go.
Cool.
A housekeeper. And then my dad would be a mechanic with so and so with another mechanic shop. So it was like they were in the system of working for someone. And then I saw them like something sparked up and then being like, no, we're gonna be the boss. So
Wait, so you observed that? You
I
saw
saw
that
that.
happen in your parents?
Yes, I saw that. I saw them being like, we no longer, even as we were teachers of the school, my parents were teachers of a holistic school here in Houston, Texas. They used to work for someone, which they would have to give them their cut. And I remember them being like, no, we don't want to do that anymore. Kind of like how you work for the system. You put these many hours and then you get your taxes taken off, you get your interest taken off, and so many things taken off. They were like, no, we're tired of that. We're gonna be the boss of this. So I saw that like evolution, and I'm saying that because obviously I worked in the system up to 2023,
Mm.
23, 24. And then I would see, okay, this is how my life would be. I kind of like to plan. I kind of like to see my future, my how what I do now, how it will affect my future. So I'm like, okay, if I were to stay in the system, this is how my life looks. This is where I cap out. I used to think I
Okay.
wanted to be a vet. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be the emergency and the ambulances. EMR?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Yeah.
the differences between the two of them, to be honest with
ER.
you.
Yes.
ER is like the emergency room. EMR,
Like the
emergency medical
ambulances.
response. I
Yes, there you go.
mean,
Okay, so
yeah,
I was
I
thinking
think
of
so.
all that. I grew up in a medical house, so my mindset was always medical field, medical field. But man, being a surgeon, being a doctor, thinking there's gonna be times that I'm gonna be stuck in a hospital on Christmas, stuck in the hospital on New Year's.
Mm.
My kids are gonna be dancing in stage, and I'm not gonna be there because I have to be doing surgery. Which huge respect to everyone that has a career like that. Because for me, it's like, oh, I can't. I can't. As much as I would
Yeah,
love to do that, love to be part of that system, be part of that career, it's my time. And
yeah,
I can find other things to do that still hit those little points. One being like realistic, like I just said, helping people. Same different way that I would help someone in the hospital, I can help someone in this part of their life. So it's different, but I'm finding the same thing, different font.
yeah. I love that.
So yeah, I don't know. I saw that my time was gonna be way too limited, and it's like, no, no, I can't. I don't know. Life is too beautiful to be stuck in a four wall office.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was telling my cousin the other day, or the other night, actually, we're playing games, and I was telling him, I was like, dude, like I'm a hippie, bro. Whatever that means, I don't know what that actually means when I say that, but what I interpret that to be is like, man, dude, like I have such like interesting views about life and like the reality of life that are, I think, different than the majority of people, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone like pursues those things.
Yeah.
They pursue the success in a 9 to 5, and I have no interest in that. And that's the craziest thing, dude. Like, man, bro, like, I mean, there's probably some people watching that like
Yeah.
know me, that know me from work, and are like, bro, what?
um.
Yeah, but like it's true. I have no interest in that kind of thing, because I remember seeing there's been a number, like a variety of different things that I've seen in my life that have changed my view in that. Like one being, I remember seeing this little graph, and it says like this is the amount of time you're spending with different people at different points of your life. And it's like, I might be messing up the specifics of this, but like, okay, like from 0 to 12, like, 98% of that is like your mom
Yeah.
and your, like, if you have siblings, your siblings and your family. And then like from like 12 to whatever, the family portion drops down to like, 70%, and there's like 30% of like school mates and stuff. And then it ended up going to like, it was like what, 18 to 45 was coworkers. And like, look, dude, for any of my coworkers that are watching this or anything like that, like, nothing but absolute love for my coworkers or anybody, whatever. But like for me, I'm like, dude, nah, dude, that's not for me. Like, I value my time more than anything. And I've always said it. And it's funny because like different points in my life, I remember saying like, I'm not a man moved by material things. I'm not a man moved by money. I'm not a man moved by like possessions, like, nice cars and fancy homes and these kinds of things. Like, do I want to have those things? For sure. But will it move me from a place of, will it move me away from where I want to be? Nah. Like, dude, I cannot be bought out, bro. I mean, unless the price is right. No, I'm
How
kidding.
much are we talking
I know how
about?
much we're talking about over here, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude, like I've developed that, and I feel like it's funny because I think most people don't understand that, right? Like I don't think a lot of people understand that, and that's something about you that I really appreciate. I appreciate that you do, and apart from appreciating that you do, like I have been grateful to see you firsthand work and grind towards your wants and your goals. Like, so apart from you understanding the importance of like, hey, if I'm gonna spend all this time working for someone else for less, I would rather do that for myself. You know what I mean? And apart from you understanding that value, you know the work that it takes to like put into that, and I appreciate that about you, and I love that about you. um I already know what I'm going to talk about next, but before that, anything you want to say about that?
Yes. We talk about this a lot with my baby here, that we decided to leave a 9 to 5 to work a full on 40, no,
Oh
24
yeah, yeah, yeah.
7.
24/7. Yeah, I mean,
Because, man,
yeah,
you're always working. I
absolutely.
mean, like I said earlier, I'm breathing, eating, living real estate. I walk through life with real estate in my mind. You walk your life with production in your mind, with creativity. So it's like, yeah. And I don't know. A lot of people won't understand the decisions we take, because it's like, well, yeah, you're going to be in a 9 to 5. You know what you're going to get paid. You have your benefits. You have everything. Why do you want it? I don't know.
Yeah,
But we're doing it.
actually,
Hmm.
actually.
Yeah, we're just those. I don't know.
Okay. I feel like this podcast would be a disservice if we did not talk about how we became to know each other and a little bit of our like our story. I mean, we don't got to get into too many details, I guess, but like, yeah, I want to definitely like tap into that part of this because one of the biggest questions that we got, as you guys know, I posted like questions. Hey, I'm gonna be talking to Frania today, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to submit them. Dude, a lot of people are
No.
asking, when are we getting married?
So, guys, we have an announcement.
Hey, yo, and that's another episode of the background. No, I'm kidding. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Almost. What do we? Hey, we've been going 52. What am I doing? Oopsies. Let's not do that. Anyway, okay, cool.
Okay.
Just a little 1, 2, 3 to make sure everything's working right.
Oh, that AC kicked in.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden. So, Frania and I, we met each other, of all places, at work.
At work, talking about 9 to 5.
Yeah, and it's funny because we talk about it. We met at work, and I guess without going into it, because I think like based on the job that I do have, I can't really talk about it too much. So it's kind of like I'm gonna like kind of like side skirt at least for
me
now.
too. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But in my job, obviously everyone takes a part in like training in the newcomers, just people assigned for that kind of thing. But like everyone, especially the position that I have, like we help new people get established into the role. And I've never been one to kind of like be necessarily like interested in like doing that part. Like, cool, bro. I love that we got new people. Let's do our thing. But I've just kind of been on my own, doing my own little thing. Like, hey, that's cool. And that y'all do that. I'm going to be just doing my job. Cool. And I remember one day thinking like, you know what, dude, like that sounds so fun, bro. Like people are like, you get to just kick it with somebody. And like me as the regular, like the seasoned employee, like, I gotta just be my regular clothes so that people don't bother me, and I gotta just kind of be around, kind of like not messing around, but like it's just a different day, you know what I mean? Our days are, days are all the same, but this is like a little twist, a little like spice into the day, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna let them know that, hey, you know what? If you guys need me to help anybody train, like let me know. They said, hey, you know what? Amazing, you would say that. We have somebody just for you, Frania, and I'm thinking, okay, cool. I don't even know, whatever. I don't even know who that is. And lo and behold, that was Miss Frania Denise over here. And so we were paired together, and we got into a couple of like interactions with customers together. and and that's how that started, right? That's how that was like the very first like interactions that we had with each other. And obviously, we're both being like very cordial, very like, okay, we don't know each other, but we're being cool, like, hey,
Yeah.
you're new, you're trying to get to know people. I'm like, okay, you're a new person, I'm gonna try to make you feel comfortable and welcome. and and that's like our very first interaction with each other. um and then fast forward, I remember, if I'm being honest, I remember there was a few times that we would be at work and I would see you there, and I'm thinking like, okay, cool, like I had to close down for the night, and I would tell you like, hey, like, come on, dude, like, don't be lame, dude, like, come, like, stay with me, dude, like, let's close it down together, dude, like let's do it. And you were down, and she would stay.
I was
And
down.
yeah, and honestly, it wasn't really, by the way, if you want to like interject at any moment, feel free to do so, right? But like, we would close down the store together, and it wasn't anything more than that. Like, we would close down, and that was kind of it. Like, when it was time to like walk out, maybe we walked together for a little bit, then eventually you were that way, I was this way, and okay, that was
Hmm.
it. um and then I remember, there was one specific moment where you, myself, and a few other coworkers, we went to, it was after work, and we were just kind of like walking around the mall, like, and I remember thinking like, dude, like, I want nothing more than to get more time with this one over here, because I was like, okay, like, what's going on over here, like, you know what I mean, what are we doing, you know what I mean, like. And so, we were walking around the mall, and I remember you being just like such a pleasant person. I remember realizing that moment, that day we were walking around the mall, and you were just so chill, so down to like go to this store, go to that store, and just kind of like, whatever, I'm down to go with the flow and do whatever. I'm thinking like, that's so cool. Like, she's so like, like, so pleasant. And okay, cool, and I remember after that night or that day or whatever, going home and thinking about it a lot, and I was like, no, nothing, 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 no, 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 like, that's not a thing, don't let that be a thing, like, no. Cool friend, great friend. And I remember genuinely like thinking like, you know what, dude, like, how cool that I met a cool friend. And I was so intentional about that, dude, like, and it wasn't that I was like trying to friend zone you. It was more that I was just like, you know what, like, nah, dude, let me not try to make like, if I get along with the opposite sex, like, doesn't mean we gotta be something, bro, like, just a cool person, like, cool ass person. I remember envisioning like, dude, she seems like the kind of girl that would be like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna pick you up. Like, let's just go for like a drive. Hey, you down for like Taco Bell right now? Bet, let's go, or whatever. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. I remember driving home, thinking, how cool. Like, I think that I found that person that can just be my friend, you know. And dang, dude, like, that was definitely me like trying hard to make that the reality of the situation, and easily it was quickly not that. I was like, dude, like, around that time after that, I remember questioning, like, I didn't know you close enough to like ask you like, when are you working, are you working tomorrow, because I don't want to bother, I didn't want to like, oh, let me not like, let me not be too forward, let me be more cautious, let me be more laid back. And then I remember going to work, and I would work like a lot of hours, so pretty much almost like from beginning to close. And it'd be the morning time. I'm thinking, okay, is she gonna come in? Is she gonna come in? I'm thinking, okay, there's people like still getting in for the morning. No, thinking, okay, cool. She didn't come in for the morning. Excuse me. She might be for the second wave or the third or fourth wave, and it wouldn't happen. And I'm thinking, okay, she didn't come in around like the 10 o'clock hour, maybe the 11 o'clock hour. You know what? Maybe the 12, and then starting as part time, right? Like maybe you're gonna come in a little bit later in the day, and it would eventually reach a point that like
Oh.
it would be okay. Let's just say 10:30. I'm thinking, if you're gonna clock in at like at 11, you might get here at 10:30. So I start like, I'll be right there like helping somebody out, and be like, go to the front of the door. Like, no, no, okay, 10:45, no, no, nothing, no, 10:50, okay, maybe she's running a little late. 10:55, nothing, nothing, and it would be like that, bro. And honestly, I was like, bro, that was hard for me a little bit. Like, I was like, damn, where is she at, dude? Where the is she? And it's crazy because there'd be some times where that she wouldn't show, she wasn't scheduled that day,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that. And that went on for a little bit. And I remember once going up to talk to you, and I was like, and I was like, look, dude, like, I don't, you probably know the details more, so I'm gonna say my version of it, and then you can tell me yours. And I was like, I was there, and I was like, hey, like, like what's like, I probably started the conversation, I don't know how. Then I ask you for your number or your Instagram. Feel free to correct me because I don't.
Number.
It was number. Ask for a number, and you're like, oh yeah, get it from so and so, right, brother? What kind of answer is get it from? And I remember telling her. I remember telling you. I was like, I'm standing right here, and I'm asking you.
Can I get a round of applause, ladies? Can I get the camera on
I
me?
was like, and like I remember being like real direct, and then I got her number, and from then that started like I would like ask, hey, you coming in or whatever, and that started that like that that like friendship with you. I remember one time us leaving the store, and you gave me a ride to my motorcycle because you had parked somewhere. I kind of walked with you to your car. You gave me a ride all the way to my motorcycle, which is like on the other side of the parking lot, like what, like a whole journey and stuff. And I remember I had like a work thing with me, a work device with me, and I was oh, like, oh shoot, like I realized I had it, not supposed to have it, shouldn't have it, got to take it back. We're still here, obviously. Let me just go like walk and take it back. And I remember you told me, you're like, oh my god, get in, like get in, oh my god, and you kind of like were so in the moment with me, and like that for me were those little things of like, man, I've never experienced that kind of like, that's like a movie. Like, that one thing, like, get in the car, we're getting shopping or whatever. It was that kind of vibe.
Get in.
Yeah, it was very much like, get in. Oh my gosh, you saw what I had done. Oh my, get in. And I was like, oh, that's so tight. And I got in. You took me back to where I can go and walk in the little back road, the back areas to take it back, whatever. And I did. But I remember thinking like, oh my god, like that walk to the store was like, wow, that's just different. Wow, that's so cool. And then I remember, obviously, time passing. I'm skipping a lot of little details here. We can get into that and all the episodes to come. But I remember being super direct. I'm telling you, like, look, you girl, you need to give me a chance with you because there's only two things that can happen from that. One, you fall in love with me. And two, I'll set the standard so high that if you don't fall in love with me, well, at least the standard will be set so high that it's a win-win for you. You either fall in love and be the happiest ever with me, or it's going to set the standard so high that you're going to get somebody that's going to be even better. You know what I mean? Who's sitting in this chair right here?
I said I'm right where I want to be.
Oh, wee! But you know what? Here's another thing that was really important about our relationship. I remember our very first, I guess I'll call it a date. Would you consider it a first date when we went to Mickey D's?
Yeah.
Yeah? I remember, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I remember one time we were hanging out, we were walking, no. Oh my God, let me not miss him. Okay, so I look, I benched you to my shot. Baby, you want to take over? Bro, this is not even my episode, bro. Baby, come on. Okay, I've said enough. There's more that I'm gonna say, right? There's more that I gotta say to like conclude this like story about how we like got to know each other. But please feel free at this moment, if you want to interject on anything that I've said so far, please feel free to do so. If not, I will continue. You tell me right now.
Okay, for me,
Tell me.
what I remember being a first interaction was in the training computers.
Oh, okay. Remember that? Okay.
So, new old me was just in the computer doing my stuff, and there's 3 computers for training, and I sat in the middle one, didn't think much of it, knew that I had a person to my left, didn't know who it was, I'm new, and then one of the girlies pops in and she's like, oh my god, hey Frania. I'm like, hey, not knowing this girl either, I don't know anyone, but I'm like, hey girl.
Yeah, she's super new. At this point she was extremely new.
Like new, a baby. And she's like, oh my god, have you met my friend here, Steven?
Because I was sitting on the computer to the left of her. There was again 3 computers. She's in the middle. I'm to her left. And I don't even know if there's somebody to the right.
I have no idea. That's how focused I was on
Uh-oh.
this man. I knew there was someone to my left. So she's like, have you met my friend Steven? And I'm like, oh no, I haven't, not knowing who this man is. And I'm like, oh hi, I'm Frania. He's like, oh, what's up? I'm Steven. And then she's like, "Oh my God, did you know he does photography and he does videography and he has a bike?" And I'm like, "Oh, cool." Like over here, facts, just listing. And I'm like, "Oh, I actually do photography too." And you were like, "Oh, really?" And here on me thought I was going to impress this guy saying, "And I do it like manually." He's like, "Oh, that's good." So I over here thought, "Oh, I'm giving the line of the century." And he's like, "Yeah." So that's what I remember as our first interaction. And then we got paired magically to be in training, which was amazing. We were stuck for 2 hours with people, which gave us a lot of time to speak because they were talking
Oh
within
yeah, because there was
themselves.
a whole like.
There was a lot of issues with companies and passwords and all of those things. So
That is true.
yeah,
There was a lot of downtime in
a
that
lot of
interaction
downtime.
that allowed us to like conversate a lot.
So we were talking. You were asking me what I like to do.
Oh man, and again,
No,
that's all right. I remember in that at first not really talking to you too much.
no, you
We are
were
just kind of
not.
there, like I was very like locked in on what was going on, and I was thinking
I
like,
was
bro,
behind you.
like,
Like,
hello, I'm training. Can I like please speak to like say something, dude? So then I did.
yeah. Also, very like, wow. That's the day that my brother came to drop off a shirt for me. So it's cool to see that I was with you, but not with you. And then my brother comes, and we did not know that we were gonna be in this. That my brother was gonna be so cool with you. Like we didn't know those things, but that happened. Um, yeah. I feel like what you were gonna say is takeoff day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all right, we work at the same spot, right? And I was riding a motorcycle pretty consistently at that time. And I remember inviting you. I said like, hey, like we should go to work together tomorrow.
And I didn't work at the same time.
She didn't work at the same time, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm down. And I said, I remember being there thinking like, oh no, how did we figure out we didn't work at the same time? It was a real big day for the work, like our job that we had at the time, and
A girl was telling me in the morning, like, "Hey, Franny, do you want to work tomorrow at like what was it, 8 a.m.?"
it was like yeah, like seven
7. It
thirty.
was a very early time. She was like, "Do you want to work at this time?" And at first I was like,
Hell no.
"Girl, what you? I don't want to
Hell
wake up
no.
that time."
We just went on this whole thing about the system and how we're not part of it. We saying hell
And it
no.
was gonna be a big day, so I'm like, I don't want to be here since the beginning. So then Steven comes and tells me, "Let's ride together," and I was like, "I'm down," but I told him what time I work, and you were like, "Oh, I work at 7 a.m." I was like, "Oh, I have someone that would like to switch their shift with me to a 7 a.m. shift."
And I remember going into the office right at that moment and being like, I'm gonna
Crazy.
make that switch happen. When we switch our shifts, or not, we didn't switch our shifts. We got her shifts switched, and now we work in the
We
exact
are
same
we're the same
schedule.
one.
Dude, I remember clocking out, being at that little area. I think you were still working
Yeah, I
like
was
for the
working.
rest of that day, thinking. And I said, you know what, damn, bro, come on, bro, shooters gotta shoot. And I said, hey, we should carpool, like come get me, like let's go together. And she's like, I'm down. And I'm thinking, okay, that's lit. Like what that happened, that worked. That's lit, right? And then I said, let me take it one step further. And I said, you know, I ride a bike though. I'm like, come on the bike with me. She's like, I'm down. And we're thinking like, and the crazy thing about that is that I was like, oh snap, okay, I don't have a second motorcycle helmet. Like, cause I'm not gonna try to take her on a bike ride without a helmet because that's not gonna be enjoyable for her. Like, that's gonna be all windy. You can't hear nothing, can't do anything. And I was like, oh man. And I immediately said, okay, bet. That's it. Like, bet. Come to my house at this time. I'll send you my address. Like, let's do it. And she was down. She was still working. I'm clocking out at that time. I remember calling Jessica, literally walking to my car. I said, Jessica, meet me at this bike shop because because I feel like y'all's head is about the same damn size and I need to get a motorcycle helmet. She's like, what? And I kind of briefly explained to her. She's like, all right. Jessica's always been so
I
down
love
for
how
like
down she
whatever.
is.
Yeah, Jessica's so down. She's like, okay. And so she meets me there and I tell her, here, try this on, try this helmet on, try this helmet on. So I ended up getting one that was like Jessica's size and honestly, it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly.
And then, dude, not only that, I went and got like a cool little visor for it. Like, it was all like purpley. Mine was like blue. And I even put like the little headset thingy in there so we can talk. And oh my God, I was so nervous about that. And I was like, no way this is going to happen. I started thinking, like, bro, like, like, okay, riding with a passenger, like how do I gotta ride? Like, oh my god, how's that gonna be? And yeah, dude, that
We did
next
it.
day, you sure enough, you showed up. You
I
brought
did
me
it.
a coffee.
I brought him a coffee.
That was very cool. That
Yeah.
was so cool. Put it in this little like hydro flask type
Yeah.
deal.
Work had giving us hydro flasks, and I don't know if you had one. I was like, oh, I could put mines, and you put yours in the ones you have, because they're gonna spill. So going like the extra step of making it literally work. Like, we're gonna make this work.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in my almost like, for what I call it now, because you gave it the right name, be down era.
Yeah, that was a big
Yeah.
like term that we
Yeah.
lived by that for
Be
a
down.
cool
Just be
minute. Yeah.
down. And I was in that time of my life of like, yeah, why not? The only time I had yeah, rode a bike was with my dad. And like
Okay.
twice with no helmet. It was like one of those little like fun, like, "Hooey," adrenaline. So I had never done what I did with you. So I did not have, oh, okay, I need to do this. I need to hold on this. I need to move like this. No, I didn't know anything. I was like, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I felt super, super safe to be able to say yes to a motorcycle ride. Yeah.
And I remember that day, was we did it. We arrived, and I feel like our arrival was less noticed than our departure, because we arrived sort of at the same time, or I mean, obviously at the same time, but like it was a busy day. Like I don't think people were really like tapped into
And it was
us.
the morning because it was 7 a.m. Like, we were
It was super early,
probably like opening up the store.
and so we did our whole shift. And it was when we were walking out that it became real, like noticeable. People, I mean, I remember feeling like people were like,
I like turning heads. I had never like understood that term enough
we felt
till
that
that
one
day.
for sure.
Because I mean, we both have like big helmets in our hands. Like, you're not gonna miss us. Like, if you're already seeing us together, like, but now you're seeing two helmets together. It's like, oh, they rode together. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
And I remember us, yeah, when we walked out, we had all those eyes on us, and then we went back to where we had my bike parked, and I remember just hanging out. We genuinely just hanging
Yeah.
out, having a great time, talking and conversating about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I remember this was a hugely important thing for me. Is that I remember asking you like, hey, like, you hungry? Like, you done to eat? Are you trying to get something? Oh my god, I'm so down. And I'm here in my head thinking like, okay, like,
Do you remember what you just suggested?
I don't know exactly, but I feel like I can kind of piece it
Okay.
together. Am I right in saying P.F. Chang's or Cheesecake Factory?
Both of those, yeah.
Both of those. Those were the restaurants that were nearby. I'm thinking like, hey, you want to get that? And then we didn't end up doing that.
No.
And we ended up talking about Mickey D's. I'm like, well, what's she trying to get? Because damn. And then I don't know who mentioned it first, but Mickey D's, and you're like, shoot, I'll kill a Big Mac. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Are you down? Like, for real, you're down? Dude, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do it. So then we go, we rode, and we went to the Mickey D's, and we ended up having having McDonald's. And honestly, that for me left like such an impression, because I remember thinking like, sure, could we have gotten P.F. Chang's? Could we have gotten, any
Of
sort of
course.
fancy restaurant? Of course. And will
Yeah.
we enjoy it? And do we sometimes enjoy that now? For sure. But I remember thinking to myself, like, dude, like, McDonald's, though, we went and bonded over having McDonald's, and we had a great time. We sat there, conversated beautifully, had a fantastic time, took a photo that is like immortalized to this day. We'll show
Right
you.
there.
We'll show y'all. Um, and I remember thinking like, wow, that is so important, because, mind you, this is like amongst me figuring out that, wow, she's such a cool person. She's gives like such a like friend, like down vibe, and like all these other things. And then when we went to go have McDonald's, that for me felt like, man, this is like for real. It's sustainable. She's not like after material things. She's down for whatever. Like, cause for me in my life, it was so important, because like, dude, if I'm hanging out here with my mom, with my sisters, and we're just kind of kicking it with, Manny or Zay, and we're just kind of hanging out, we're not gonna sit here and think like, I would love to have a Cheesecake Factory right now. Like, that's not really what we do.
A steak.
Yeah, like what we're more likely to say is be like, sheesh, man, you trying to get that Mickey D's?
Coke.
right? Like that's what my daily life, well, not daily, well, at one point, but that's like what my regular normal life is like. Like I'm gonna go have me like a McDonald's, and the fact that you were able to fit into that so easily, I remember thinking, oh, this is sustainable. Like, of course, I'll take you to the nice places, and we'll do those nice things. But this is like something that can actually last, something that's sustainable, and that for me would like left such an impression on me that I was like, whoa. Amongst the many other things, dude. Amongst the many other things. But that for me was huge.
I love that.
And so with all that said, no, I'm kidding.
I'm like, I'm not ready to end it.
No, not at all. But yeah, that's a little like snippet. Do you feel like there's any details that we should probably like mention for the viewers? Because I know that that's probably something that everyone wants to know about. Everyone wants to hear.
About that part of like the food, I remember him putting those options, and like, as a girl, as a girl, it's like, how cute. And as a girl, and I guess me, with you mentioning like materialistic stuff, it's like I don't like fake impression. I don't like fake riches. I don't like, oh my god, here's the bags, here's the rings, here's the jewelry. I care more about the heart and about the mind. And we had already been talking for a good amount of time, not a lot, because that happened in September. Probably like a month we were talking, like just like regular coworkers. So I already knew how Steven was, and obviously I liked what I saw.
Let's go,
I
let's
liked
go,
what I saw,
campeón,
so
campeón.
that was like a okay, I see where he's going with this. How would it be if I don't necessarily want that, like, can we just go get McDonald's? And he was down, and I was like, oh yes, because in another world, no, we're gonna go get steaks, and we're gonna look all pretty, and I'm gonna pick you up, and I'm gonna rent a Lamborghini, and we're gonna, oh my gosh, can we go get a Big Mac and get all messy with Big Mac sauce like we did? And we did, and it was beautiful, and it was nice. It's a memorable time. I mean, like you said, we have a whole picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
It just represents that. So yeah, I love it.
Oh,
I love that time.
that's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, we are getting near
No.
the end of our episode. If there's, I have some questions for you that I think these are actually really good. Some really good questions
Okay.
that I have for you, and then after that, we'll give you some some last thoughts that you can
Okay.
kind of end the episode on. But a question for you: when do you feel most like yourself? When are you your truest self?
I have two answers, but I'm battling
Give
the
both.
second one,
Give both.
or the first one, I would say. So the first one that would come to mind, which before thinking more deeply into it is dancing.
Wow. Okay.
I would say dancing, but then I started double thinking it, because I am in a way putting a persona while I'm dancing. Like whether it's a hip hop song and it's like a bad like girl boss woman, I'm gonna be representing that bad boss woman, which might not be me, or maybe it is. And if it's like a sad song, I am feeling the song, and I'm feeling that emotion that then makes me in a very sad, melancholic way. But is that really me? So that's why I started double thinking it. But dance was my first answer.
Mm.
Yes.
And that's something when you were battling. What do you
That
want to?
no, that was the one that was
Oh,
battling
okay,
with.
okay,
Sorry,
sorry,
I
sorry,
messed up.
okay.
And then the second one is when I'm with you. When I'm with you, I feel like I can honestly be the most weird person in the world. I I grew up thinking and kind of knowing like, hey, I might be a weird person, like I'm not your normal typical.
You feel like that?
I could feel like that. I feel like I like weird things, and I like weird music, and I could do faces and voice tones and like switch it up like, whoa, what just happened? Which could be considered weird. It's not like a monotoned character. So I feel like I could do and be all that with you. Like I could just pull out a random British accent, and then you're gonna continue it. it's not gonna be like,
Yeah.
I want you to do that. No, like you make me so comfortable to be myself and speak my words and change what I had just said a week ago and try new things and then be like, actually, babe, I don't like that. Good. Don't like it. Try something new. So you make it very easy for me to feel safe, and then which then makes me just feel like my true self.
Mm.
So thank
Of course, my baby.
you. Hmm.
This is a question a little bit about your real estate. So these are like submitted questions. What do you actually love about real estate beyond the job title?
Okay. I love that. I love that because whenever I see real estate, I don't see it with the title.
I love that. Please.
So I love that question. Oh my gosh. I love that question. I kind of like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say more things. So I don't want to sound like a broken record. I like helping people. So when I hear real estate, I hear and I feel helping. I feel relief. I feel hope and freedom and change. And those words make me like it past the real estate word because I know that I can make a change in someone. I know that I'm going to be part of that person's life for a few months
Mm-hmm.
and they're probably never going to talk to me again. And that's okay. And it's knowing my role, knowing where I sit with them, that we're sharing this moment in time that I'm probably not going to see them ever again, but I'm giving it my all. I am helping. I am going to negotiate for you. I'm going to fight tooth and nail for you. Like you're going to become almost like me. Like I'm going to see you as me. If I'm working with you, it's like I'm working for myself. I want the best prices. I want a good negotiator. I want to know everything. Tell me, like, lay it out for me. Be honest. So I'm going to be that for that person. And knowing that there's so many evil people out there, like so many evil realtors out there that will take advantage of you because you don't know things. Because it's so normal to not know something and they're going to
Yeah.
take advantage of that. And knowing that I can be the person that, like, that's not that they have a good experience. So it's that. It's just feeling like I don't know. I'm gonna be a hope for them. I'm gonna be help. I'm gonna be a guidance for a small amount of time, and I'm gonna change possibly their whole life. Hmm.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. And
Thank you.
honestly, what I can say confidently about you as a person, especially when it comes to you as like a person helping others, whether that's through your real estate or just through an online, just you being online, is that you're such a good person. And the world, man, in a lot of ways, the world doesn't deserve you, right? But like, the world needs you, right? Because I think about it for myself and like, having grown up and had different life experiences myself, you know, there's a lot of, like you just said, there's a lot of, man, a lot of not good out there. And I think about like, our future kids and like what they're going to be exposed to and like how social media is just massive, dude. And like, people are going to
Huge.
be watching these things. And I think about you, in comparison to other people, it's like, man, bro, some other people have such wicked and ugly motives. So having you being a role model for people out there, you just being online and taking up some of the, online real estate.
I see what you did there.
No, but really, like you taking up that space, it's wonderful because I feel like young people out there need you. Like if I were a father and I found out that, my young daughter or son or whatever is like looking at your content, your vlog or your whatever, it would make me feel comfortable, not like me knowing who you are, like, oh good, that's a person that's going to spread positivity and love and like goodness. And there's not a lot of that out there. Like there's a lot of people that mask their intentions, and you as a person are so like genuine and pure that like, man, dude, like there's a desperate need for you out in the world. And so, I definitely, I mean, a lot of love and respect, and I congratulate you for being out there in the public eye and helping others and being genuine, because your genuineness is for reals, dude. And people can see that, but like, dude, like I can like honestly say like, dude, such a genuine person. Like, I don't know. um
Thank you.
okay. let's see some other questions that we have. What is a random memory that still makes you smile? A little more of a lighthearted question. Okay, she's already laughing. Let's go. Let's go.
Um, so it makes me smile not because it's fun or funny,
That.
not because it's fun, but because it's funny.
Okay.
So I used to have a plastic home. Crazy, I'm a real
A
estate agent.
plastic home? What you mean?
A plastic little playhouse outside of my backyard.
Okay.
So as a little kid, I'm pretty sure parents, people know out there, there's just plastic homes. They have fake plastic windows that you can open them up and close them. The roof kind of sticks to one another, and it's all like very convenient. No screws, no nothing, just making it work. And here comes Miss Old Frania and her best friend Jennifer.
Let's go. Shout out
Name
Jennifer.
dropping here. We decide to get on top of this house. And we're just playing. We're just like yapping, being girls. Yada, yada, yada. And I decide to sit in the middle of the roof in which it's being held. And then I don't know what I did. I might have laughed. I might have moved. And the roof does this. Boom.
Oh.
That roof falls. So there I go. Boom on the ground. And there goes Jennifer. Boom on the other ground. And I start crying like a baby. And I just hear Jennifer say, "Oh my God, Fanny, I swear to God, I saw an apple falling on me." And I'm like in the middle of pain and everything. I'm thinking, do I have an apple tree? Like, are we under an apple tree? Like, did she really see an apple? No, she did not see an apple. We just both fell, and that was like the response of it. So that is one of the memories that always makes me laugh, just because of her comment, or random comment of, "I see an apple falling on me," and then just me falling to the ground by a roof falling. A playhouse. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
So don't let your kids sit on the top of the roof.
Don't do that.
It's gonna fall.
Okay. We have just a few more questions before we wrap it up. Second to last, I think, question would be, what have you learned about love by just living it?
Oh my gosh, I love that question.
I mean, dude, the viewers submitted some great stuff over here.
What do I know about love by just living it?
Yes.
That it's natural. It's natural. You don't have to force it.
That's big.
You do not have to force it. You
Come
do
on now.
not.
Come on now.
You don't have to try to find it. If you say, "Lord, give me a sign,"
Oh, so sorry.
it's not love.
Oh, okay.
Like, "Lord, if this man loves me, show me red cars." Why are you looking for it? You should be feeling it. And that doesn't only go with your partner. It goes with friends. It goes with family. Because yes, family is blood, but family can also be a little weird. And that's okay. And sometimes there isn't love in the family, and that is okay. So that goes for that too. If you are trying to look for, if I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna pick up his clothes every single day so he can love me." No. No, it should be natural. You should feel it. It should feel like a blanket. It should feel like, "Oh, I feel great." And that goes for like being comfortable, being able to say whatever you want to say. Kind of what I said about how I feel with Steven here. That's the type of love that I feel. Just being safe and being comfortable. With friends, not being judged. Again, being able to say whatever you wanna say and just feel understood and not judged. Love is beautiful, and we should do more of it and share more of it.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. The last question that I have for you today is, if you could give one piece of advice, it could be about any topic, doesn't have to be about work, real estate, love, whatever. I know we've been talking about those things, but if you can give one piece of advice to the people watching this video about anything, you can choose the topic of what it is. What would that be?
I would probably say, be the energy you want to receive. It all starts within ourselves. So if you're having a bad day, look within yourself. Why are you having a bad day? Are you telling yourself bad words? Have you been discouraging yourself lately? Have you been listening to certain music that's making you feel some type of way? If you don't feel loved, give love. Like, try to really find love in your heart and give it. The first thing that comes to mind is the Grinch, just because I can hear it. But if you watch the Grinch, there was no love in his heart. But the minute that he started feeling it a bit, oh my God, it's like a wow. You want to share it, and as you share it, you get it back. It's like it's a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving. So I hear you talk about saying that I'm kind, that I'm all these beautiful words, and that's what I put out. That's what I want people to receive and to hopefully feel it enough so they could do it and they could pass it along. So yeah, just be the energy you want to receive, because again, it all starts within you. So if you have a good heart, if you have a good mind, believe it or not, you could probably change the world. So yeah, just be good and share good.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Well, if there's any lasting thoughts that you would like to share on the pod, this
Oh
is
my
definitely your
gosh.
moment to do so.
Oh my
I am
gosh.
going to do something real quick. I'm going to get my solo shot back on. I just moved the heck out of that shot. But yeah, if there was anything else that you wanted to say, now's the time to do it. But
thank you for watching the podcast. As you may have heard already, I am a real estate agent.
let's
I
go.
gotta
Come
plug
on.
myself, baby.
Let people know where they can find you.
Woo!
Come on, here. Let people know where they can find you online if they're looking for homes.
So you can find me at Real Estate with Frania on TikTok, on Instagram. I am Frania Lepe on Facebook. I am looking to post a lot of new content soon to come. So be aware. And if you have any things that you would like to see on the social media, real estate social media, I would love to hear that. I want to be for the people. So whatever you want to see, I would gladly put it out for you guys. And like you said, if you need any help with any real estate need, please reach out. That being renting, buying, selling, apartment hunting, investing, land, absolutely anything. We could talk it out. If it's not your time, it will be your time at one point, and I will be gladly to be just there sitting on your phone waiting on you.
Let's
So, yeah.
go. Alrighty, y'all. Well, that is going to conclude another episode of the Background Noise podcast. Again, thank you for my wonderful guest here, Frania Denise, for stopping by. And this will be a familiar face for you guys because she will be in many future episodes to come. And I appreciate you guys again for stopping by for a conversation. So make sure that you guys continue to follow the Background Noise Potty on Instagram. Subscribe here on YouTube if you guys have not already. My personal page is at spacecitysteve. A lot of content, a lot of amazing things to come. And yeah, thank you again for Frania, for you guys for watching, for being here for this conversation. I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and yeah, we're just trying our best to start a movement here. But that's another episode with Frania Denise Lepe. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.